Hi everybody, Nicole Chauvet here. So we're gonna do another little episode of a day in the life. I want to talk about my day today. I had all these plans to do a bunch of marketing, but it worked out anyways because I ended up meeting someone really cool while I was taking pictures of a pool for my listing. And so while I was out there, this gentleman, you know, I let him know what I was doing. I was like, I'm not a pervert or anything. I'm just trying to take pictures of the real estate. So, and like, he was like, oh really? And he was all excited because of what I do. And we got to talking and I was like, holy cow, this is a really cool person and I could help them out someday. And so that was a lot of fun. So if it looks like I got a lot of sun, I did. We ended up talking for like an hour. And he and his wife are just, they're probably really, really cool people. And I'm excited to work with them. Hopefully I get to. And it was a fun conversation. I was like, wow, I'm not the only one that feels this way. And it was interesting. I want to get into a topic that he brought up because I feel like he feels a little bit dismayed by other agents, and I want to sort of go through how to conquer that problem in case you guys ever run across it. Okay, so he had asked me. He said his previous agent didn't answer questions. And he straight up looked me in the eye and said, what's the crime rate like in a different area? You are not supposed to tell people this. It's kind of an ethical thing. You could be considered like, I think it's steering or something like that, if you tell people not to or to go in a different area. And so, you know, I let him know, I will give you the resources you need to find this out. I will send you the crime maps. Like they say, always be the source of the source. You don't want to be guilty of doing something that is unethical. And I think that he isn't, I think I had to make that kind of clear. You know, I'll let you decide for yourself where you want to go based on what you're looking for. And you can check it out. I'll send you the resources. So that's super helpful. At least it's not like, you know, I don't know. I just feel like the other person just kind of evaded the question and didn't give them the resources to find out the answers. And that's not the right thing to do either. We're here to service our customers. And so I will make sure that I send my potential customer here various properties in both a couple different areas that he mentioned because that's what he wanted and he can decide for himself. Again, I'm not obliged to say, and something interesting that's happening here in Las Vegas is we have area codes for the different areas, right? I'm not talking about like a phone area code. I'm talking about a code for the area of area of land divided up, right? And people have been using this for references, but they're gonna actually, I heard, they voted to get rid of this entire coding system because they don't like that it can lead to stuff like that. So we have to, as agents, be, you know, try to be aware of the laws and try to keep doing the right thing, but you can still successfully service your client. Don't just give up. Don't just sit there and say, I can't tell you. That's against the law. That's annoying. Say, hey, you know what? I can send you the information you're looking for so you can decide for yourself because I'm here to help you. Because otherwise you're going to end up with somebody that says something like that, like, I didn't get any answers. I'm so confused, right? You want to make sure that they have confidence in your knowledge and that you want to make sure they know that you are the person that's helping them, helping the customer. They are the customer. You know, you're there to please them. But you can do that without overstepping your boundaries and not doing those little things that will make a difference in making you look professional. And I think that's super, super important. You know, there's crime everywhere. There's no guarantees, but there are crime maps that can help you look at the different statistics if that's what you're interested in. And I think that also, you know, with this big bubble and this big boom, that's something that a lot of people are concerned about, especially people, if they are first-time home buyers, you know, wow, I gotta buy a house that is overpriced, I can't afford it, and what am I gonna do? And so they're thinking about other areas where maybe it's cheaper or other types of homes, or maybe it's cheaper. So they're kind of looking outside of where they normally would be looking because, or would want to, because of these cash buyers that are driving everybody insane, right? But I'm gonna tell you, they're not all cash buyers. They're not, because I saw a lot of listings on the MLS that were under contract, right? They show you if it's like under contract or us agents, they show us if it's under contract or if it's, you know, actively for sale or if it's been sold. And so I thought that was interesting, worth mentioning, So it is possible, okay? But it just depends on, you know, timing, right? And also you want to make sure you get a really good agent. There's another good question somebody that the same guy asked me. He's like, you know, I dealt with an agent, but don't you think it's smart to look around and shop around? I was like, yeah, I want you to know, yes, it definitely is smart. I think you guys should go with whoever you're most comfortable with. The most important thing is customer service. That's what sets us apart, and knowledge. Find someone that is doing the research and someone that is willing to do the homework for you, because that's what you're paying for, is that service. It's not about the agent and whatever structure they've created for their life, like in them, the customer, fitting in that box. No, the agent should be very flexible to give them what they want and what they need to make them happy. And I think he was so happy to hear that and relieved, because that's really what our job is to help people. It's not to push people into making any decisions. They make those decisions on their own, and we hopefully help them get what it is they want, okay? So it's definitely, it's fun. I'm having such a blast sort of playing detective, trying to figure out what people are looking for, asking them questions to narrow it down, and connecting them with the answers. And I just love being a problem solver. I absolutely love what I'm doing. And even though I didn't get a lot of the marketing done that I was supposed to get done, I had on my agenda because I had to go back into the measurements, and then I had this conversation. I still met a really cool person, and it was a quality lead, because it's like, wow, these are probably going to be friends of mine. We related so well. I'm like excited. I can't wait to meet his wife and maybe hang out, you know? And that's awesome to share positive vibes with everybody. So I'm very, very lucky and fortunate. The timing was in the stars today that happened. And I can't wait. And that's why, again, it's so important to always have your business cards with you. I had to run to my car and get him one. I was like, you got to have one of my business cards. And he really liked that too. So that was pretty cool, because, you know, we do put a lot of effort into our marketing. And so it's really nice to see when people actually appreciate it, and appreciate when we go above and beyond for our clients. I'm actually working on doing a virtual tour for my client, and I love photo editing and doing all that fun stuff. It's been quite the adventure. I actually did pickups. Crazy, right? So I went and I filmed and I did pickups, and I learned, you know, with my Canon camera, I probably need a wide angle lens. I'm gonna have to invest in a bigger lens. I probably need to get a stabilizer, but you can do it, you know, minimally if you have to with an iPhone. The iPhone takes great pictures. I found out that my Canon actually took better pictures at night for the night shots that were a little bit further away. But I don't recommend taking night shots if you can avoid it at all, because it's so much easier to work with natural light. And if you can't have natural light, try to use the other light, the unnatural light. And if you can't have either, you're gonna have a really hard time getting those pictures to turn out, even if you do Photoshop them to make them look brighter, like it's, you know, you can actually see what's going on. So you really have to try to utilize the natural light. That's my biggest piece of advice with doing all this kind of stuff. And I read somewhere that it's possible that you get like up to 400% more visibility by posting these types of things, such as this virtual tour. So, and I actually I sent a sample to my clients, and I was so happy that they were so excited about it. They were like, no one's ever done this for me. I'm like, dude, I represent you. I represent your product. I'm gonna do my best to showcase it the best I can, because that's my job. And it's only gonna help everybody. It's in the end, in the long run. So you get what you put into it. You get out of it what you put into it. This has been another episode of A Day in the Life with Nicole Chauvet. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and I'll keep in touch with you guys. Until next time.